Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Leo Crizzle with Medieval Knights and Midnight Force Studios. Gonna go over what we did for this last sprint for April, and it's not too much. A lot of it is a lot more back-end stuff towards getting a working demo out. We're actually looking at trying to push out the demo for this, or rather a playtest for it, within the next couple of days. We've ran into a bit of issues where replication on the back end of things for multiplayer, and right now we have a core game loop that could work for single player itself, but we're wanting to get the multiplayer aspect into things before we push it towards the people. So once we have that, we'll be able to push this to either your itch, or we're wanting Steam right now, but some issues with the Steam page are stopping us on that front. However, we are going to get this out very, very soon, and we'll give you guys a link to it as soon as possible. But let's go ahead and get into the changes. So as you can see, we have a brand new title screen here with all new UI, and then added in a nice socials tab over here where we have all of our socials, and we have a survey that you are able to take, and also a bug reporting survey that you can take. And as you can see here, we have our nice title that goes across the screen. And let's go through a few of these buttons. So this would be the main page, and then if I want to go, let's go into the tower over here. So this is the where the character creation was going to be, but right now we have the nice Coming Soon over it. But I just want to showcase each of these buttons. So let's go back to main, and then transitions very nicely. Let's go over to options, and our intern Joseph has done really wonderful with setting up all these options that actually affect the game as they are. So I can change the quality of the game while I'm sitting here. But let's go to high just for right now. But they've been able to change a lot of these settings to allow for accessibility wise. So we now have like color assist modes for the players, so that if they are colorblind in any aspects, that will help them out in that. And they've been working on other things to make accessibility more of a forefront of our options, so that we can ensure that we reach the widest audience possible. And so I'm going to turn down the volume. You can see the volume works. Alright, and so now let's go over to the join game. Join game is pretty much the same for right now. And then start game. Start game now has this blocked out, and I can't choose anything over here. So what we've done is we are allowing them to make a server, and they can name it whatever they want. So let's do just a test right now. And what it does is it actually opens up a server on the back end, and then it has the player join that server as a client. And this has been a lot of disconnect for what we had previously, because running the game on a single player, everything could be just server side. And working to ensure that we are able to put a player in there as a client has made a lot more issues than what we expected. So it has been a lot of research, it's been a lot of testing, it's been a lot of working to make that cohesive throughout the system. So let's go ahead and go in here. Gonna just cut to it, so give me a second. So one of the things that we also changed was that you are no longer having to log in through EOS. Instead, you are logging in via Steam. And so this allows us to, grab your Steam ID and your Steam name and put you into the game through your Steam profile, rather than having you log into Epic, because not everybody uses Epic, but almost everybody uses Steam. But let's show off what we have here. So you see, I came in with clothes. I came in with, items and stuff. This is because I now have the ability to save the game on server side, and it will keep hold of data for any players that are on here via their Steam IDs. So we have all of our nice workstations. This one actually has a tier 1, but it's not in here right now for this build, but I can show it off later. But these are the ghost forms. So alright, so with this we have all of our workstations here. Let's go ahead and build them all up. So you can see on the right of the reticle that they have the building requirements for them, and right now we just have it as, you know, 1 wood log for most of these, just so that we can get them quickly built. But let's get them all built up here so that we can see them in all their glory. You see that they look really nice. We have the EDUs because they are all workbenches, so this one takes a little bit longer for testing purposes. But now for this one, I don't have the 10 wood logs. I only have 1, so it won't let me build it until I get the 10 wood logs. However, I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get a foundation. And then, so that's 5 wood logs, and I'll get the 5 wood logs here in a second. But we need a bed, because what we also worked on was getting a spawn system into the game. And this will be the last thing that gets shown off. So that requires 6 wood logs and 2 hides. So if I were to have all of these materials, this bed would be able to be built up, and that would work as a spawn point. Now for the spawn points, well, I guess I'll see you when I die. However, before I die, I do want to show you a little bit more. So we have the map. Now you are able to see the entirety of the map in its generation. You can see this is the test map that we've got. It's the seed 1337 with 50% of forest and 50% of plains. Whenever if players were to do nothing but spawn into the map, this is what they would get. And so now we can actually see the full layout of the map itself, and it looks really good. Andy was the one who got this set up and working for us, so shout out to him. Alright, coming up on night. We should just die here shortly. There it is. Alright, and now we have a nice respawn point. It shows the map. It doesn't show the spawn points on the map right now. Oh my god, my body in the background. But if I were to click on one of these, it will respawn me back in here. And now I'm back in the world. And over there's the stuff. Couldn't remember which way it was. Yep. There's that. And if I had built this up, which I would have to go farm up some animals to make the bed, but if I had built up the bed, I'd be able to respawn directly on my bed instead of on one of the random points. Right now there's no way to get our stuff back, but that is our next functionality that we have to work on getting. Other than, you know, what is on our hotbar. Our hotbar stays, everything else goes away. But I appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and stick around for some social analytics. So generally this is the time when I would have the rest of our PowerPoint showcasing our interns and our shadows and the production plan and such. I am running desperately out of time for this showcase, so I didn't want to rush it, but I will have all of that information in there for our production plan for the rest of what we are looking to do, as well as our usual showcase for our shadows and interns. But I do want to shout out to all of our shadows and interns that have worked on the project so far. They've all done wonderful work. They've all been really great helps in everything that we have been trying to do here, and honestly just could not do this without them. However, I wanted to show off the trends for our socials right now. I think this is a bit more of a palatable way to view the analytics of things and see the trends that we've had for each of the different platforms for comments, followers, views, and likes. Um, I will say it doesn't show how many videos that we've put out, but within the last 3 weeks or so, we have significantly slowed down on putting out videos just because we are trying really hard to get out this playtest slash demo, and it shows. It obviously shows how badly it has hurt us. However, once we get this out and we're able to farm more content for the project, I think that you'll see these skyrocket. I have no doubt that we have a great help with the social people that we are working with, that they will make us look and be really great. But I appreciate your guys' time. That's all I really wanted to go over. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.